Hi there. Thank you so much for listening to Grounded in Maine today. My name is Amy, and I have a special guest today. Her name is Samantha Erickson, and Samantha found me on Instagram, and she's got a brand new store in Maine called Tia's Prom Closet Project. And so, Samantha, thank you so much for being here. You said it's just been 3 months.
Yeah, we just made our Facebook in September, and it's just taken off.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So, prom closet, Tia's prom closet project. That's like resale or consignment.
Um, so we actually donate our dresses, and then we ask for them to be returned back. So it's typically like prom dresses or formal wear, um, which are things that typically get worn once and then just thrown in the back of the closet or even thrown out completely. So rather than dresses just, being tossed aside, we collect them, and then anybody who needs a homecoming, prom dress, bridesmaid's dress, whatever the event be, we have the dress for it here.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh. So it's like free rental,
Yep.
but you have to bring it back.
Yep. It's just like the idea behind it is like going to your best friend's closet to borrow an outfit.
Oh my gosh, this just gets better all the time. So I mean that's it's I'm sure that's the purpose behind this. But so why? Goodness. This is just it's a big topic. So who is Tia?
So Tia was my best friend, and she was an incredible, very authentic, vibrant woman. To start with, she was a very loving new mother and a very loved daughter and a very beloved, treasured friend.
Okay. And you said so and Tia passed away a year and a half ago.
Yep,
Soon after giving birth, you said. Just a
yep,
few weeks?
yeah. 4 months after she
4
had
months.
her first daughter.
My goodness. And are you able to say what
Yeah, yep. It was a moped accident.
a moped? Oh
Mhm.
no. Oh goodness. That's I mean, it's sad no matter what, but that's just I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And so was Tia a big fan of like repurposing or
So the whole story, like, why the prom dresses, that all comes from in middle school. We had a new student come to our school, and she had been like in and out of foster care. She had just a really rough upbringing, and she was having a hard time socializing with the other kids and fitting in at the new school. She was sitting at lunch by herself, and nobody really noticed, and nobody ever spoke to her. And Tia, like, very quietly, by herself, went out of her way to make conversation with the girl and get to know her and hear her story. And upon talking to her, she found out that this girl wouldn't have the financial means to purchase a dress to get to a dance cruise that was coming up. And for Tia, that was like a big deal. Absolutely not. You need a dress. And so she went home and told her mom about it and was like, "We're going shopping. We need to get this girl a dress." And she ended up picking three dresses for her to make sure it would be one that she felt confident in. It wasn't going to be just any dress, it was going to be the best dress. And the next day, she brought the girl into the bathroom, again, very quietly. Nobody knew what was going on. And she said, I have some dresses for you. I think you'll like them. And the girl found one, and then Tia said, "And the night before the dance, or the night of the dance, you're going to come over, and my mom's going to do your hair and makeup." Her mom was a hairdresser, so she's now getting professional hair and makeup for our middle school dance. And so she did. And the girl ended up showing up to the dance, and she danced, and she was confident, and she made friends. And it completely
beautiful.
changed her middle school experience and her experience about being welcomed into a new atmosphere in school. And so like after she passed away, it was just the vision was so clear. It was like this is just reenacting an act of kindness that Tia already did. It's just like a pay it forward movement. Tia started this, and now it's our turn to just continue it.
Mm. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. She sounds so incredibly special. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. And so when you said it's like going into your best friend's closet and that's what you mean.
Yeah, and Tia was that girl too. I mean, I remember my 21st birthday. I called her up and I'm like, I have nothing to wear. And she, come on over. And she did my hair and makeup. And that's just the type of friend. She was the girl's girl. And everybody would call her and borrow her outfits. She never wore the same outfit twice. That was her big thing. She was a big fashionista, but she wasn't um she would do secondhand items, and she was about thrifting, and her prom dress in high school was one that had been donated to her by a childhood friend. So she was all about that too, and she would find ways to make it fun and stylish.
Okay. So she was a repurposer.
Yeah.
And so did she, I'm just curious, she sounds like a really creative girl. Like it's just a super, super generous girl. But like, did she buy dresses and like zhuzh them up? I'm sure, right?
Yeah, and then she was in New York after high school and went to school for fashion. So it was very much in her life. I mean, we go through all her pictures all the time still, and there's so many where we're just, how did this girl have so many incredible photos where she just looks like a model? She had the best dresses, the best outfits, like she accessories galore. The jacket I'm wearing right now, this was hers. I get complimented on it everywhere I go. And it's just like, I love that. It's like she's still getting the compliment. She's probably listening and she's probably like, thank you.
You know it.
Yeah, that's mine. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. That's just so wonderful. I I would love for you were telling me, okay, so there are so many things about this that is just this is so amazing. And I know this is like, for people that are listening, they're like, oh my gosh, we're talking fashion again. Amy is always talking about fashion, but this is so special. And it's not talking about fashion as a bad thing. This is one of the things that you had said so many things that were just so beautiful. So one of them was turning grief and pain into purpose. And so that's this store um that you've created in 3 months. But Samantha, can you tell me can you tell us what you told me before about in the last 3 months? You started out with, you said 20 dresses?
Yeah. So we started out, we started talking amongst friends and each other about wanting to collect dresses and start this up. And then we made a formal Facebook page where people could come and find us and find our information. And we very quickly, word started getting out there. We started having all these different locations to go get dresses, and like we're traveling everywhere. And so, um, businesses started stepping up and offering to become donation locations. And so we were able to have like two locations per town so people could just easily go drop them off. We could collect them at the end of the week or whenever was convenient. And by now we're almost at 600 dresses, and like I said, this was in 3 months time, and donations, like there's been times where we're like, okay, things are going to start slowing down, we're not going to receive so many donations, there's going to be little gaps in times. No, not at all. It's been amazing. And like I said, so many different businesses have opened their doors as these drop off spots. I mean, we've had a lady that gave up her entire office because the office was just so full of dresses that she was like, all right, I'm going to
Oh my
relocate
goodness.
myself now.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we're just like so thankful for the community and the businesses that have stepped up this way.
Well, I mean, like I was saying, stories touch people and motivate for sure. But I mean, You were saying, so Samantha is in Harrison, Maine, which is in southern Maine, and
Mhm.
the shop is in southern Maine. But you said you've been getting donations from 𝗚𝗿liche County?
Well, so what happened is we had a girl reach out one night and she said, "Hey, I just saw you guys on Facebook. I have a pageant coming up and I need a dress." And I'm
Oh,
like, "Okay, fine. Yeah, absolutely. When do you want to come in?" And um she asked the soonest date she could come in was, and I said, "Whenever, as soon as possible. You can come tomorrow." And then she told me that she lived up in Millinocket and I was like, "Oh, okay. I am That's a 5 hour drive. Are you sure?" Like, I'm like, she's going to say, "Never mind." And she was like, "Not a problem. How early can I be there?" And I was like, "I'm up at 5 in the morning, as early as you want." And she left her house at 2 in the morning and met me at 7 in the morning. She got a dress for her pageant while she was here. She was a little bit self-conscious at first, like about what she might have to wear. She said she had just lost a lot of weight. And so she wasn't sure about the style of dress she might need. And coincidentally, she found the most beautiful dress that she was in love with. She puts it on. She's like, "I don't know if it's going to zip. Can you try it?" It zipped right up. And she ended up telling me while she was here that she had a sister named Tia that passed away 24 years ago. Then, about 2 weeks later, she went to her pageant and she won. And it was just like, absolutely insane. And we have had a few things like that happen where it's just like it gives you goosebumps. It's like the world is working itself in incredible ways. Like, I don't, if you believe in that stuff.
well, it just, I mean, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing to honor her.
Yeah.
And that's, because Tia was so special and you are doing this to honor her, like everything is falling into place for everyone that you touch, you know?
Hmm.
And I just think that's incredible. I think that's incredible. I mean, so what was your specialty before opening up this store, Samantha?
Being a mom,
Yeah?
I have 4 kids. I have my youngest is 7 months right now. So I was just like pretty freshly postpartum when I wanted to really get this project started. And I think that was like the best part about it was being focused on being a mom, but also needing some sort of side thing to focus on project that also like provided purpose and peace and meaning into my life. So just figuring out a way to create a tribute for Tia and continue her legacy, and we just happen to have this space here, so I was like, "All right, let's just do it. Let's just see how it goes. We'll put the dresses in here. We'll open it up to whoever wants to come." And it's just taken off since then.
My goodness. And so another one of the things that you said was that this is bigger than dresses. I mean, this is about dignity. And that story that you were telling about the girl in middle school was just it's so powerful. I mean, just how special Tia was. My goodness.
I think it's really special too to be able to come and try on all these different dresses where you're not just being stuck with something that you were given and you didn't have the financial means of purchasing something that you would have typically purchased if you did have the money there. But here we have such a wide variety of options and we have all different sizes,
Mm.
where you do get to still be creative and you do still get to have your sense of fashion. You don't lose touch of that. And that's something that would have meant a lot to Tia because she was so into fashion and expressing yourself through fashion that she would have wanted to make sure that when people walk in, they find like the dress of their dreams, not a dress they're settling with.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds right, just like her. I mean, from the stories that you've told. And so, Tia's leaving behind a daughter. You said she's a year and a half old, so she was just, you said she was 4 months old when her mom passed away. And her name is Zara, you said, right?
Yep.
Um, and does Zara come into the store?
We just had an event last month where we had like a little model call, and we had girls come to put on dresses, and we had photographers come to take pictures of them, to showcase the dresses that we've received, and just kind of have like an uplifting, confident community event. And Zara came to that. Obviously, she was the star of the entire event. Everybody's always obsessed with her, and she herself is also a little fashionista. So she definitely took full spotlight. So it was great for everybody who came to the event to get to see Zara there, because, when there's so many people that care, it's hard to be able to meet with people individually. So for them to get to see her at that event was really meant a lot to a lot of people, and really special. And she'll also come in with her grandmother, Tia's mom. When Tia's mom comes in, drop off a whole trunk load of dresses on a weekly basis. And she'll come around and move the dresses around and reorganize things just the way she wants it to be, as a toddler would. So yeah, she has fun. She's young, but we're instilling all of the lessons that we want in her already, as far as who her mom was.
Yes. Oh gosh, I wish I could be there just to witness like her growing up around all of these people that are just like steeping in, so just for her to just be steeped in the love that her mom shared with everyone that she knew. Hmm.
She is like a little toddler local celebrity. I don't think she can walk into the grocery store without people recognizing her and loving on her.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That sounds so nice. And so let's see. I just want to, if it's okay, I just want to say, so Tia's last name was Morrill. So Tia
Mhm.
Morrill. And so I just want to honor her as much as possible because this is who she was inspired you to do this. But you're not doing this alone, right? You have
hmm
help.
hmm Yeah, Tia's mother is involved, which is great. And then her other two best friends, Devin and Whitney.
My goodness.
And yeah, and I mean, honestly, it's a community effort. We have volunteers that come in and help. We have everybody that's been donating. In a lot of ways, the project just works itself. The energy just keeps itself going. It's just been a really exciting movement.
Do you have like a really busy dry cleaner in the area?
Yeah, we're actually hoping to get involved, like get in touch and connected with a dry cleaner in the area for before prom season. But up to this point, we've just done everything on our own in house.
That's incredible. My goodness. Um, I just I'm so moved by this. I wish I could have known Tia. I mean, I know I'm sure you're just like, I wish you could too.
Yeah.
I wish everyone could. And so just the fact that you have this store that's that is honoring her, that is all about her. And so I mean, I just think it's such a beautiful show of like real friendship. I mean, you guys were clearly so tight that you wanted to open this and to share her love for fashion and love and kindness with this humongous community. Like, who would have guessed? I mean, did you have any idea that it would do this?
I had no idea, and I was so nervous. There was so many times where I was like, well, what if it doesn't go anywhere? And what if it ends up being a failure? And maybe I shouldn't even bother. But then I would just think of like how she would talk to me if I said things like that. And she'd be like, just do it. Like, why are you going to be like that? Just try. Like, yeah, you're not going to succeed if you don't try. She would just give you that little kick in the butt. And so this is like my way of keeping her still here with me, is if I continue to talk about her and keep her stories alive and keep her energy flowing,
Mhm.
then she is still here in a sense. And that can bring me so much peace where there's not this major gap and loss. And, there's a piece of her that still lives on. And that just brings a lot of peace in the whole grief journey.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. And I mean, every time that Zara comes into the store, I'm sure, she just, I mean, that's gonna be, I know she's too young to really feel it and understand it, but I think, on so many levels, it's such a beautiful thing that you guys are doing this, to honor Tia, but also for Zara. Like, she's gonna grow up and have all of these people that loved her mom, so she'll get to know her mom so well just through your stories and through the things that you're doing to share her.
Yeah. And once she's older, she might want to take this over. Hopefully she does. And then she can run it and she can run it the way she would want to. And I think that's just like a really exciting idea as well.
My goodness. Do you have lots of shoppers yet? I know
Shop.
you had the girl shoppers, like, the girl that came from
Yeah.
Millinocket.
Yeah. We've had a decent amount of people come in. It's been a pretty good turnout. I mean, I would love to see more people come in because it's just more
600
people that we
dresses.
can help and more dresses that are being used, which is, the whole point. So that is our big thing, is just always continuing to put it out there that we are offering dresses. They're free. You don't have to pay for them. We ask that they are returned. We love when they're returned with like a note. We received some cute notes back where girls just write about, how confident they felt in the dress or how they had the best night, and that's really cute because it just kind of portrays the fact that every dress carries a story. And like by continuing to repurpose these dresses and reuse them, we allow these dresses to continue to have life rather than just be in immaculate shape collecting cobwebs in the back of the closet. The dresses get to live on too, and create new memory, and we get to create new memories in them. And so, it's just great how that continues to take place.
Oh my goodness. I just think I can't say enough about it. I just think that it's such a wonderful thing, and thank goodness for Tia and her memory and how wonderful she was. And oh my goodness, it must be so nice to have her mom there to be part of this.
Yeah, yeah, it really is.
I mean, it must be hard for her too, obviously, but like to be able to, you know, share her daughter with other people and feel so close to her, something that she loved so much.
Yeah, Shelly is like the strongest person, and she has been so inspiring and motivating throughout this entire journey. We've all learned so much from her, and obviously nobody is ever prepared to go through an experience like that. And she does it with such strength and honor that for us as Tia's friends, watching her mother go through this and portray herself as so strong, and teaching us how to get through it, and it's just extremely inspiring.
I mean, yeah, it's just got to be like, everyone supporting each other. I mean, because you all lost somebody, and so just to be able to become family, like
Uh,
really.
we're like a little girl gang now. I don't think that there's anything that could ever come between us. There is just like that family bond that could not be broken. That has been a really special thing that's came from this, that I know Tia would be very proud of.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, I mean, like you said before, like I'm sure she's watching down and like, look at what I did, you know?
Yeah, and just the connections that are made small within the project itself, and then the outwards community connections that we've made are just like outwardly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That just it sounds like a perfect way to grieve somebody. I mean, somebody that was so special. And I think that I just think that sharing her love for fashion and her kindness is just like it's the most beautiful way to honor her. And I'm so grateful that you're doing that, Samantha. And her friends, of course, and her mom. But I just think that, I appreciate so much that you reached out to me and I don't know that this was your plan, but
Mhm.
but here we are.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask, so what does, I mean, so what's next?
Yeah. So
I mean, after 3 months.
I know it's crazy. Like I'm already my fiance, I'm like, so can you get the stuff out of the garage and we get to redo it, right? But we have talked about having like a mobile boutique. Like purchasing a school bus would be cool because we are very targeted towards prom. So to have a school bus would be cool. And then we could drive it around like pop-up events and just you know, be able to resolve any like errors when it comes to people not being able to get to us. And we would just have more space for the dresses. In the future, we might want like more locations. Right now, like initially, we only wanted to be Southern Maine. And like I said, we've had people coming from all over. Just 3 months in, I mean, maybe this would go nationwide someday. Maybe Tia's Closet will be all over America and we will just train people how to run the organization and they can take it over in their states. I think that would be a really cool movement. I have no idea. Like my expectations weren't even for it to be what it is currently. It's already far exceeded what we initially like ever imagined.
I love that so much. I mean, a fashion show would be fun too.
Yeah, yeah. I actually had like a fashion bug fashion show.
That's fun. Oh my goodness. Uh, what does the word sustainability mean to you, Samantha?
Yeah, I really like the idea of like purposeful repurposing. Like with this whole project, the idea of repurposing these dresses to live on, create new memories, and then also creating confidence and new memories for the women and girls that wear them. Um, I've read a lot about the fashion industry and like clothing industry being one of the top polluters. And we are encouraging dresses to at least be brought to us. We've had a lot of people say, I wasn't going to go through my closet. You inspired me to go through my closet and find some dresses that were sitting back there. Um, Dresses that also could end up in a landfill. I mean, who knows? And so ideally, hopefully, we are able to sort of combat that issue as well. We've received even antique dresses that things that people will hold on to. But unfortunately, sometimes you see that like with when people pass it might not be held on. When we pass away, sometimes we hold on to too many
Right,
things that won't really carry any value to our family members, no matter how much it meant to us.
right.
And a lot of those things just they do at some point end up in a landfill because they need to just get rid of it. And so dresses are something that people might just hold on to, but they don't mean anything to anybody else. And eventually they'll end up in a dump or wherever. And we're just glad to take them in here, even if they are from like the one I just received over here today, 1978. Somebody might want that dress. Somebody might be able to make it into something, whether it be like a Halloween costume or it's just their style. Like
Right.
you never know what somebody's taste is going to be. And that's where I love the idea of not declining anything, even if it might not be the trends or the styles, it might even come back. That's a thing that happens in fashion all the time. So
Yeah. Or, someone like Tia with that fashion sense and the skills. to zhuzh things up, to make
Repurpose
it.
it. Yeah, turn it into something better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool. Because, there are all types out there, people like there are different styles for everyone.
Hmm.
So I love that. I love that meaning of sustainability. Because it's not, I mean, like you said before, like it's not just about repurposing dresses. It's about making new memories and having these dresses be part of that and giving people that dignity and that chance to really celebrate things.
Hmm. Allow these dresses to carry on a legacy every time they're worn. Yeah, it becomes so much deeper than just the dress itself. Everybody who wears it hears Tia's story. They might mention her at a dance, and hopefully it, you know, kind of draws in like a pay it forward movement where, okay, well, I received this dress for my prom. Now in my future, hopefully they remember it and one day they decide to pay it forward somehow, some way.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So Samantha, how can people find Tia's prom closet project?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook and Instagram as Tia's Prom Closet. And then we have an email address that is Tia's Prom Closet at yahoo.com. We can also be reached via phone at, hold on, I don't even know my own phone number.
Well, I mean, if it's on the website or
207 306 0851.
okay. And also if you are in the Harrison, Maine area, definitely check that out, have some fun and take part in that. That's the spirit of kindness and legacy. My goodness. Is there anything else that you want to say before we close up, Samantha?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for reaching out to me and for doing this beautiful thing for your friend and for your community. I think that is um it is definitely a sustainable practice to repurpose and to pass on the legacy. I just think that everything about this business is just beautiful to me, and I'm so glad that you found me.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having us and getting us in so quickly.
I wish you guys so much success, and I will be watching.
Thank you.